Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're not doing anything special. I actually have a midterm in a couple days, so I'm just staying in, being lame instead of going out and doing fun stuff. I'm not sad at all. So instead, I decided to talk about the differences between Eastern and Western Canada. Since, I've been living here for 4 months, I'm pretty much an expert. Okay, right off the bat, I'm going to say these are from my own personal experiences. I haven't lived all across Canada. I'm mostly just going to be talking about Saskatchewan, Ontario, because those are the places I've actually lived. So don't take my word for everything I'm saying. I'm saying these are from my experiences. So I'm going to start off with Saskatchewan, the good old prairies, the good old, what is Saskatchewan even known for? Being flat, I guess. So predominantly Saskatchewan has what we call SGI, which is our insurance company, and SaskTel, which is not found really anywhere else. SaskTel is a cell phone provider. It is another competitor which brings the cost of phone companies down. They do internet and cable as well, so you can do packages. So I actually haven't converted my cell phone number to the Ontario number just because it would increase my costs and it doesn't make sense to. I'm just going to keep my Saskatchewan number. Housing prices are actually a lot cheaper in Saskatchewan as well. Looking at prices here in Ontario, they're absolutely ridiculous prices for what you're actually getting. Insurance is done differently in Saskatchewan. I never realized it was until I moved here. I was talking to some friends that I met that have gotten into an accident. So the story is that they were driving and the boyfriend was driving the girlfriend's car. They got into an accident and the girlfriend got all of the points taken off of her license, which blows my mind. That doesn't make any sense. That's not how it is in Saskatchewan. I know this from personal experience. Ross and I were in a car accident a couple years back. Ross was driving my car and we got into an accident, and of course I wasn't penalized for it because I wasn't driving. Does that make sense? I don't know if this is all over Ontario, but the water here tastes like you're drinking pool water. It tastes like you're drinking chlorine and it was disgusting. So we had to buy water bottles for the first couple weeks until we found a Brita filter to filter our water, because I was not drinking that. And back in Saskatchewan, I just drank from the sink. It just tastes like nice water. So depending on what kind of person you are, you could take this as a good thing or a bad thing. But in the whole province of Saskatchewan, we have just over 1 million people. And just in the Greater of Toronto area, it is over 6 million people. So with that comes a lot of rush hour traffic, just a lot more people in general. So if that's your thing, then cool, but I definitely do not enjoy the traffic that is here. The last thing I want to talk about Saskatchewan is I didn't even realize it until Ross mentioned it. They don't have Vern's Pizza in Ontario, which is strange to me. Vern's Pizza, if you don't know what that is, it is a company that creates pizza with a lot of toppings, a lot of meat, so one slice will do you. Like, I can only eat one slice. It's so thick and so tasty, but they don't even have that out here. I just thought I'd mention it. Now transitioning over onto Ontario, which is my new home, at least for the time being. Ontario, I actually can't say a lot of bad things about Ontario. Ontario's a pretty nice place. They've got Canada's Wonderland, they've got Marineland, they got Niagara Falls, they have the Bruce Peninsula, they have indoor skydiving, which we're actually going to do. And that is something I'm going to miss when we move back west. We are planning on moving back west at some point here. Just all of the things to do. Like, even though the hiking trails, they have the most beautiful waterfalls. They're just amazing, the waterfalls and the hiking trails, the nature, Even though it's like a huge city, they have the most beautiful nature. So that's really cool. I really like that part. Paved roads. That's what we're going to talk about next. Like everywhere that we've been in Ontario, they have really nice paved roads. There's some paved roads that have like a few bumps in it, but they're mostly really nice, like even in the country. In Saskatchewan, we have like 0 paved roads. We have paved roads like throughout the cities and then connecting city to city, but smaller towns, you will not find a paved road. Or if there is a paved road, it's really unkept. Last but not least, the most important thing is the weather. The weather in Saskatchewan is awful. You have really nice summers, which I guess keep you going throughout the winter, because the winter is the worst thing ever there. People get super depressed, including me. It gets down to -30 with wind chill of -40, even to -50. Why do people still live there? I do not know. I have not lived through a winter in Ontario yet, but I hear it is a lot better, and I am looking forward to it. When we went home for Thanksgiving, it was 22 degrees in Burlington, and it was +3 degrees in Saskatoon. And that's just a 3-hour flight difference. It is really bad there. And when we move back west, we're not planning on moving back to Saskatchewan. We're actually planning on moving to Alberta. If you live in Saskatchewan, or you know the kind of crazy temperatures that they get back there, you know you have to plug in your car. If you're actually supposed to plug in your car if it's -15 or below. And a lot of people I've talked to in Ontario didn't even know what that meant, to plug in their car. They didn't even know they had a plug-in on their car, which makes me feel good because I don't want to plug in my car. I'd like to just be warm all the time, but obviously that's not the world we live in when you live in Canada. It's just not. So, who won? I have to give it to Eastern Canada, more specifically Ontario. I'm sorry, my home of Saskatchewan. Even though you're my home, you kind of suck as a province. You might be cheaper to live there because the weather there is terrible and everybody leaves, let's be honest. I mean, I say that, but I love Saskatchewan so much. I'm even thinking about getting a tattoo of a prairie lily on me somewhere. Sorry, Mom, but I want one. Guys, look who it is! Garfield! Say hello! Hello, the people of the internet. I'm so cute. He's gone. But on that note, I am going to end my video here. If you liked it, please give it a like and leave me a comment down below if you live in Saskatchewan or if you live in Ontario of anything I missed, because I know I did, though I just didn't have a lot of time to film today and to do some research because of my midterm. Sorry, I thought I gotta put something out this weekend. I do make videos every single weekend, so if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, I will see you guys next weekend. Bye, guys. Of course, now when I'm editing and uploading my videos, now he wants to come cuddle. Hello. Oh.